Welcome back to another episode of Busted Bottle, where I do bourbon whiskey reviews, sometimes wheat whiskey reviews, malt whiskey reviews, rye whiskey reviews, and Scotch whiskey reviews. This one happens to be a straight wheat whiskey that was hand-filled by myself, straight from the barrel, at the Bendt Distilling Company. Look how dark that is. Had all the distillers sign it there. And this particular bottle dates back to like 2017, so it's over 8 years old. But it's 135.96 proof. Now this is my second whiskey of the year, this particular wheated. My first was the Bendt straight from the barrel bourbon, was my bourbon of the year. This is my wheat whiskey of the year. But again, look how dark that color is. That looks like maple syrup or something like that. But let's go in for the nose. That's exactly what I'm getting off of it now that I said that. It's like a dark maple syrup. Maybe some fresh baked bread coming out of the oven. Man, this I would highly recommend going to the Bendt Distilling Company in Lewisville, Texas, and grabbing you a bottle or two of the Straight from the Barrel series. Let's go in for the taste, shall we? Wow. Very dark, creamy, molassesy, syrupy, like your grandma just baked a bread coming out of the oven. Buttery, creamy mouthfeel. You could just sit here and nose this for days. Like a maple syrup smell. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's a straight wheat whiskey, and it's crafted from soft red winter wheat. Soft, creamy, and reminiscent of fresh from the oven baked goods is what the bottle says. So exactly what I'm getting. Again, 135.96 proof. It doesn't get much better than that from straight from the barrel. I would highly recommend booking a tour, going there, and also booking a straight from the barrel. And they're, I think, about $85 or something like that per bottle, which, and that's not bad at all for a straight from the barrel that's 135.96 proof. And all the other ones are, I believe, right at or above hazmat. But I just can't say enough about the Bendt Distilling Company. I would highly recommend them. That's one of my top distilleries in the state of Texas. It's definitely changed my thought process on my bourbon hunts now. I don't really go after like the Buffalo Trace products. The only way I would do that is if I happen to see one right at retail, which not long ago I did pick up a Blanton's. but it was right at retail. I want to say about $80. So that wasn't bad, but not something I just typically go chase after now. There was a time when I did, but not so much anymore. There's too many really good bourbon whiskeys and wheat whiskeys on the market now. Rye whiskeys too. Yeah, there's just too much out there to be chasing all that other stuff. Just not worth it to me when you can get something like this that is going to be even better, in my opinion. If you ever feel yourself getting overwhelmed, try local where you're at. Try store picks. If you can't get a distillery pick, try a local store and ask them for their store picks. Do you have any single barrel store picks at your location? Say if they have a sample that you can try, and you may find that you like that even better than what you're even hunting for. So if you've had Blanton's, the Weller 12s, and Elmer T. Lee's and stuff like that, they're good, don't get me wrong, but I do believe there's a lot better out there for the money that people are paying for this stuff. There's no way I'm going to drop $200 on a bottle of Elmer T. Lee or something like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather have 2 or 3 of these than one of those. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, to each their own. There's some people that don't really care for Texas whiskey or Texas bourbon, but that is because I believe it is misunderstood. You probably haven't tried the right one yet, but there's a lot of good ones out there. Bendt Distilling Company, 1845 is putting out some good stuff. Still Austin, Iron Root, Harbinger. Man, there's a lot of really good ones. Let's see what else we got. I think that'll pretty much wrap up this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And get you one of these Diamas tumblers. Just use the code BUSTED2025 and you'll get 10% off your Diamas tumbler. I'd probably just go ahead and order a couple of them. That way it'll save on shipping. But hey, thanks for watching. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell all your friends that Busted Bottle knows how to drink his whiskey. Cheers.